This is High School Ivy. High School Ivy thinks that she doesn't need to care about politics. She thinks that Hispanics are less than and lazy. She thinks someone who doesn't speak English is stupid and responsible for their own failures. This is College Ivy. College Ivy knows that our system is deeply flawed, that processes like redlining, gentrification, and tracking systematically oppress people of color and make upward mobility nearly impossible for Latinos. They are not lazy, less than, nor stupid, but simply subjected to a system that diminishes their ability to succeed and forces them to internalize these stereotypes. And College Ivy wants to change something, but she is left with one question: how can I work with communities that I do not identify with? I grew up in wealthy white suburban Atlanta. I attended mostly white private schools, but during my 10th grade year, I drove just 10 minutes down the road to a mainly Hispanic street. There, I was surprised to see the deteriorating buildings, the potholed roads, the overcrowded apartments. That first day of tutoring, I met Carlos and Elena, the two Hispanic children that began transforming the way I viewed the world. But they spoke no English and I spoke no Spanish, so I had to ask one of the sixth graders to translate for us. By the end of just 1 year, I watched two shy kindergartners transform into fun, rambunctious 7-year olds with bright lights for learning. But over the next 2 years, I witnessed their love for numbers and letters slowly fade. By the end of second grade, Carlos defiantly stated that he hated school and he never wanted to go back. This broke my heart because I knew the bright curiosity had been systematically stripped from him by the school system. This experience was something I didn't have language for. Not only did I not have their native language, Spanish, to be able to meet them where they were, but also I didn't have the language to understand the systematic and cultural barriers that kept them from being able to meaningfully participate within their classroom and learning. So, when I came to college, I set out to get these languages. I started learning Spanish. I started taking education courses and understanding all the underlying effects I had seen throughout my high school years. And I discovered the cost minorities paid for my privilege, for my whitewashed houses, perfectly manicured lawns, and private schools. In so doing, I've asked myself, what is my place? Do I have something to offer? Is my entrance into their space going to do more harm than good? How can I meet them where they are rather than demand that they meet me where I am? These are the questions that keep me up at night, that I wrestle with and how to move forward. And ultimately, what I have come to is it takes coming in humbly, acknowledging your privilege, and being willing to admit the places you can never understand or identify, but still caring deeply for the people, their outcomes, and future of excellence. While I don't have all the answers, I know that choosing to pursue equality through culturally relevant pedagogy, learning Spanish, and seeking ways to enter in with my future students' communities will hopefully start to right the wrongs levied in this country for so long. And furthermore, help to forge a new future of success for Latinos and people of color.